recording.
You know what the fuck going on? This is a GLOCKSTAR exclusive. It's a beautiful day here in Grayland. Nice and cold this morning. Got my people over there shooting a music video. The vibes are high. It's beautiful. It's a real GLOCKSTAR type of day. But yeah, I don't know. Haven't done an interview in a while, so I just have so much to say about this album. It's fucking been for the past 5 years. I've been saying I'm gonna drop an album, and I've just been trolling and rage baiting everyone. And now I've decided to make an album, even though I've lost 750,000 monthly listeners. But here we are. It's here. It's here. And if you have been waiting for it for all these years, it's here. And I think I'm gonna post this after it drops. If I post it before, then fuck it, we ball.
What is GLOCKSTAR? And what's the core idea behind this album?
GLOCKSTAR was a word. I don't know. I went through this phase of my life where I would make up a word every year, and it was kind of like when X made the word Gekyu. It was inspired from that. So I was like, oh fuck, that's my goat. I want to make a word. And it was like during the time of like all the rappers are like saying, I want to be a rock star instead of a rapper, and then everyone's talking about Glocks. I was like 16 years old. I was like, fuck. GLOCKSTAR, that's pretty tough, I reckon. I don't know, it was pretty lame, but I try to make it cool and just keep spamming it, people get around to it. But I don't know, there's no real meaning to it. I used to just spam it in every song I made, like ever since I started making music. I didn't know what it meant, but I think just recently I gave it this idea of, since it's been included in so much of my music, it's like, I know, it's all these different vibes, and I think it encapsulates like my versatility and like just and it's said in the album. Every song is different. Like I go against all the rules. I got told I'll make a cohesive album, and I said fuck that. We're embracing GLOCKSTAR. And GLOCKSTAR 1, if you're day one, was like fucking everything was different. And I wanted to stay in that childish vibe, making music, like not giving a fuck about the streams and trying to stay cohesive. So GLOCKSTAR basically means just being yourself and making whatever the fuck you want. And that's my idea of it.
What emotion were you trying to chase while you're making this album?
I think, I don't know, every emotion. I'm a very emotional based person when I'm making music. Even though I'm talking about bitches and money and fast cars and shit I don't do in real life, like, but I don't know. It's just like, there's some songs in there where I'm feeling sexy, and some sexy R&B songs, I was in a mood that day. So, and then there's a really sad song in there. There's some sad songs, and then there's like fucking shit that makes you want to throw your Xbox controller to the wall, or mosh pit songs. I don't know. I'm very emotionally based when it comes to making music, so I can't nail it to one emotion, but I try to aim to target every emotion, so it can, at least one of these songs can relate to someone in some sort of way, even though it's not that deep.
What's the most personal song on the project?
Ooh, shit. So I think it's track 14. It's I Found a Reason to Hate You. The day before I made that song, I went through a breakup, and breakups are never nice. So, and the way I deal with emotions in that sense is just making music, whether it's making beats. Like, it could just be anything, but I really felt like talking. I just felt like talking to the mic, like literally. So it was all good vibes. It wasn't like a harsh breakup, but shout out these guys. But yeah, it wasn't a harsh breakup, but I try to take advantage of how vulnerable I get, so to make it into music. And I always find when I'm sad, the best music comes out. So it was originally called Give Me a Reason to Hate You. And then, I'm gonna stay away from any details, but some shit went down, and eventually, I found a reason to hate you. So, and yeah, I don't know. The songs are self-explanatory. But I was almost not gonna put on the album, but I thought the writing was too good. Like it was too good. I had to put it in there. And like, but nah, we're good. But like, shout out her. Maybe make some beautiful music, in my opinion. So, now we up.
And then, what's your favorite memory from making this project?
Oh, um, fuck. I don't know. There's so many because it's been 5 years in the making. I don't know. I think it was. I think looking back, it's seeing how, just because I think Halo was made in 2021. So like, tracking from then, I think it's more memories. Like I like looking back at like how much I've evolved as an artist, and um, like yeah, I talk about money, bitches, and cars, but like I don't really do this shit. I mean, I really make music. And so like it was nice to look at myself evolve from like all the music I used to make into now. Like it's so different, and like the reason, like it's like why I put Halo in there was to just like start it off because you know, that was me 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I made that, so it was nice to like start the album off with that. So I think, yeah, I think the best memories is this like when I have like a time to reflect of what I've made through each year and seeing how much I evolved.
And which collaboration surprised you the most?
Oh, bro, no kizzy, no kizzy. Dozy Doe, bro, on fucking Medusa. So if you don't know, Dozy Doe's been like, fucking. He's only been like recording lyrics for like maybe 1 or 2 years, could be more. But like, I've been writing shit for 10 years. I'm not like obviously it doesn't sound like that, but I've I've been writing shit for 10 years. Dozy Doe picked up the pen and fucking nailed that verse, bro. And he fucking, not that I was expecting to be shit, but it was so good. Like it was so good. That's definitely the collaboration that surprised me the most.
And which song changed the most from demo to final version?
On the Fiji Bounty, I already drunk a leader. Nah, that song. So yeah, so originally that was recorded on a YouTube beat. It was way more goofy, like, and so I was like busting ass to fucking get this finished because I needed to release it for the rollout, and it got added like last minute to the album. So I was emailing, messaging the producer. I was like, I want to buy a beat. I want to buy a beat. And to this day, he still never got back to me. He never got back to me. So I think I came back from the gym. I was stressing out, and then I thought, fuck it, get the acapella and make my own beat. And if you know me well, like I make a lot of beats, but I hate rapping on my own beats. So I kind of did the reverse. I got my acapella and built the beat around it. And I don't know. I think it kind of like let me see the whole. I see it as a whole, and I reckon it's fire. I reckon it's one of my best beats I've made. So yeah, the beat completely changed, and I made that shit. I made that beat in like 30 minutes. Like I made little tweaks in that, but the core of that beat was made in 30 minutes. And I went and had a shower, woke up the next day, did the tweaks, and it was done. I rolled it out to distribution, and here we are.
What song are you most excited to perform live?
Ooh, I think it's between obviously Bounty, because like I don't know, I think that shit will go off. The hood trap shit's just been popping off. So like that, and I found a reason to hate you. Like I've always admired fucking artists who like dim the lights, fucking. Oh wait, we got siren jams going past. Yeah, I know I admire artists like especially rap artists when they have like a slow song in their like sets and they just start singing some emotional shit and like I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but like I definitely want to do that. I don't know if it'll be with live auto tune or I'll just bust out a Tyler the Creator and just be like, sorry, I can't sing, but I'm gonna sing it anyway. So that's definitely up there. It'll be like, second last of the set where I'm just gonna cry on stage and then right after that it'll be Bounty. So I don't know. Yeah, those are the two songs I'm excited to perform.
What's something people don't understand
Um, I feel like definitely because of the music I made in the like aesthetic rap era, it was very like bare bones shit. Like it was like get a sample, chuck some trap drums on it, and just say a bunch of nonsense, which I thought was fucking hard back in the day. I can't lie. And like it's definitely not my cup of tea these days. Like it's definitely not what I wanted to like get known for. But I feel like a lot of people, especially here in New Zealand, they look at that music and just be like, oh, he's just like a kid in his room just talking shit and somehow making money off it. But like I think people like I want people to see me as like a true artist. Like a lot of people don't see me behind the scenes and the music I truly want to make, but like it just doesn't make sense to release. Like I passionately say I'm an artist, and I feel like I'm misunderstood in that sense because I'm just rapping in an American accent with talk about money and cars that I don't own. I don't know, but I'm about this shit. I'm about it.
Um, what do you want people to think of when they hear your name?
Uh, I don't know. Yeah, that's one thing I've always struggled with is branding around my name. Like, I've always got told to like build an idea around my name. Hence why I'm doing this because like fuck, first step. But like, I don't know. I want people to look at me, or I want people to hear my name as like a figure to like be to just it goes for any art. Just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you know, especially if you're going deep in the music business, I understand, you might get signed and fucking labels telling you make this type of music. I get it. And it's like, but I feel like don't yeah, okay, here. There's a better way to word it. Latour will represent your inner child when you're creating art and not losing touch with what you made when you first started your journey in art. So, and I want to be a symbol of that because that was a big reason why I started, was just because it was all for fun. So I want to be like a reminder to not only everyone but like young Polynesian people to just go do that shit. So I want my name to be a symbol of your inner child. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Man, gangster. What separates you from other artists making similar music?
Uh, I think compared to other artists, not that this is a shot at anyone, but like I try to make an effort to learn all the different like avenues of the business and like the trade of it. Like, like I've been mixing my own shit. Oh, I've been writing what for 10 years. I've been mixing my own shit for most of my own shit for 10 years. Um, I'm probably like 3 years into producing now. Um, I managed myself for a very very long time. Like I learned I'm still learning, but I like I've learned the business. I've learned the accounting side of business. Um, Obviously I've learned the trade, and I think it's a piece of advice I give to like a lot of my mates is to like make the effort to learn every different avenue of what you're doing, because it's better that like when you are gonna get someone to help you, it's like they're not gonna fuck you around because you know what they're doing. That's how I think of it. And like, fuck, if you learn how to mix, master, fucking produce, right, like you don't owe anyone money. Like, and this is to my NZ artist friends that wait for funding to make music. Don't wait for funding. Just drop that shit. Just drop it. You don't need money. Just drop it. Like people just want to listen to that shit. I have a lot of friends like that. You don't need funding. Like a lot of my music is, apart from the beat, zero money spent and shit. Like, okay, to my own horn, but fuck, I made some money. Like that's your funding, bro. And but yeah, I think that's what separates me from a lot of artists. I can confidently say that I am actively and I have learned like the trades of the music.
And then what's something that people assume about you that's wrong?
Mm. Uh well, I guess that goes back to like what I was saying about people assuming I'm not really about the art. Um but I am. I mean, if you know me well enough, like I am obsessed with this shit. This is my life. I can't imagine a life without making music about fucking bitches and money and fast cars. Like I don't know. I love this shit. Like it is an art form to me, and like and it's like it's the same thing as like saying Lil Pump is an artist, which he is, you know, in his own respect, which he is. Like, and then like I don't know, like I'm about the art basically. And that yeah.
And who are three artists who shaped your sound?
Oh yeah. I was I was always when I first started making music, I was a big Joey Badass fan. So like a lot of my early music, I'd say in like 2016, I think was it 1990 1999 1995. Yeah, no, 1999 dropped. I forgot what year it dropped, but that that was like the first kind of body of work that I heard from Joey Badass, and all the music I made was boom bap. Like I loved it. And so East Coast. I love East Coast. Sorry, West Coast. But I can yeah, I don't know. That definitely that shaped my early sound of my shitty boom bap music. And then as time went on, I think my cousin introduced me to Playboy Cardi in 2017, Broke Boy era. And I fucking loved that shit. And then I started to make the me also me. Yeah, you know. Everyone did it. Everyone did it. You can't shame me for it. And then I think probably when I moved here, it was 2019. 2019, yep. And then Snot became a big thing. And that was like when I met Lil Bubblegum. Oh, well, when I met Lil Bubblegum online, and then both like Snot, and then he dropped AF1, and then I dropped Slat No Slime. It was just all like, oh shit. Snot is daddy. That's our daddy right now. So yeah, we kind of bit his flows and shit. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, I think the whole aesthetic rap community just bit Snot's flows. The aesthetic rap is Snot. And then, but yeah, he was definitely like the big push, because it was like that was the method that worked. Actually, I'm not gonna call it a method. It was just like I liked that shit. I made that music, and for some reason it blew up. I don't know why. I'm saying nonsense, but yo, shout out everyone that fucks with that music. But yo, and then yeah, I say those are the three artists like along the line.
And then what about non-musical influences? What non-musical influences inspire your work?
Ooh. Uh, definitely Samoa. Samoa. Whenever I go back home to Samoa, it's always I don't know. It's always like a timing. Whenever I go Samoa, like literally like the month before that, I like struggle to make music. Big writer's block. I'm like, fuck, I hate my life. I'm gonna quit music. Da da. And it's always when I go Samoa, I just like you go back home, go back to the house I grew up in, see my parents, see my grandma, and just like visit family and just like do nothing that has to do with music. It's go to the beach. It's just I don't know. It was just something about being there kind of refueled me, and I think it came from a place of I moved to New Zealand from Samoa to chase this dream, and it kind of reminds me and grounds me that like yeah, like not that Samoa's a shithole. I just don't want to live there. It gets repetitive, bro. I've done that shit. I love Samoa though, but I think another inspiration is this um non-musical. Low key making food, bro. Making food. Like when I like find a recipe that it's like so out of my fucking realm of learning how to cook. I can't cook for shit, but I'll find a recipe and start getting frustrated with cooking it. And then if it turns out like decent, then I'm like, shit. Like, that's an art in itself. I don't know. And it boosts some creative tick in my brain. And so, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I guess just being outside, doing this shit, talking. Talking's a big one, just talking to people, picking people's brains. I'm a very over analytical person. So I like dissecting how people are in a non weird way. But yeah, if I start like staring at you while we talk and getting lost in your eyes, it's because I'm just trying to see what the fuck you're on, cuz.
And then what's a lesson you've learned recently as an artist?
um, Not super recently, but the numbers is an illusion. It is very detrimental to you as an artist if you look too deeply into the numbers. And I suffered from that. Like, what my the peak of everything, I had 1 million monthly listeners. I had 1 million people listening to me a month. I had that for about a week, and then it dropped. Like, it kept dropping, and I think I was at 500K, and I was sad about that. And I'm like, people would die for that shit. Like, people are like fighting hard for. And I think I reminded myself that like I'm still comfortable in my position, even to this day. Like, I've lost a lot of listeners, but I've learned to accept that, that wave of listeners. They probably grew up. They probably realized aesthetic rap was kind of ass. I don't know. Sorry, aesthetic rap fans. I don't know. I just can't listen to it anymore. But I will put respect on it because that is what got me here. And during the time, I loved that shit. I loved it. But I grew up as well. But I know I just came to accept that this whole thing is an up and down journey. Um, and releasing an album and not worrying about the numbers, on the first day is like feels like a blessing to me. Because if I was dropping this album last year, I would be fucking picking my hair out. Like, fuck, I need 1 million fucking streams in one day. Because that's what happens when you're young and you get a bunch of streams. It fucks with your brain, and you think that's like the normal thing, and then you get hit with reality, and then yeah, I don't know. But I've accepted it. That's one thing I've learned, and I think everyone should. I feel like people mature as artists. Whoever's going through that, like you, if you really about it, if you love music, you will get through it.
What motivates you when no one's paying attention?
Damn. Um, I think it's like I can't see myself doing anything else. Like, I can't imagine going to uni. Like, if I really had to, I would. But like, I really want to do something. Like, maybe if the music doesn't work out, I want to be involved in music somehow. Art, whether it's through the business side, because I do kind of enjoy the business side. I like being a little businessman behind the scenes. But I think when no one's watching, it's definitely it's trying to run away from the reality that it's not going to work out. So I try my absolute hardest to make sure this does work out. And you know, if I give up and I'm just like a bum and fucking like, I'll be a bum if I'm not making music. Like, I can't study. I hate exams. But yeah, I don't know. That motivates me, is like not wanting to do anything else. And definitely I would say my parents. I convinced them that I didn't want to go uni. I convinced them that this was gonna work out. And I got a Samoa mother, so if it doesn't work out, she's beating my ass, man. But I told them I proved them wrong. I'm still on that journey. For considering I have got some success from this, but I need more. I want it to be stable. I want to buy my family homes. Look after my little niece and nephew, my sister's kids. That's why I look after everyone in my family that's close to me. And when no one's watching, that's a big push for me.
Who's on the album and why'd you get them on the album?
All right, so let's go down the list. We got Lames on Rage Quit. We got Dozy Do down my Vietnamese brother on Medusa. Fucking who's next? Sparky. We got Francisco, my Mexican brother. Yeah, shout out Cisco. That's my bro. That's from the old aesthetic rap days. I had to get him on there. Just it's like, if you stuck around long enough, from that time, he had to be included. Obviously, Bubblegum. I didn't even explain why. Okay, I got Lames on it because I've been on a bunch of his songs. And I always said, yeah, I'll get you on a song. I'll send you open. And then I made Rage Quit with the open verse. I was like, fuck, who can I ask to hop on this? And I was like, oh, the bro Lames. Fuck, I've been saying for like the past 2 years I'll get him on a song. And then, we made this in 2025, I think. And then, yeah, that came about. But he's the bro, especially from the aesthetic rap community. He's still doing his thing. Then Dozy Do, that's been my brother, bro. He's been, he's produced a lot of my shit. He's taught me how to produce, mix, master. Like, a lot of my shit I've learned from him on the musical side, the trade. But I don't know. As another thing, I've been on a bunch of his songs, and I told him gonna hop on. there was originally going to be another feature. I'm not going to name drop him, but he just didn't get back to me like for like a year. So, I was like, all right, we'll get Dozy on this. And it was down his alley, bro. Like on that like Memphis wave. And yeah, all right, Cisco, that's the bro, and then we got a little bubble gum, spread the gospel, not the cheeks. That's my day one. That's actually my day one brother. I think every project from now into the future will be featuring Lil Bubblegum. I don't think there's gonna be a project where he's not on that shit. And I don't know, he's been my bro. We're on this journey together. We're doing our thing. Even though we don't like have as much songs together these days, but I try to bring it in as much as I can because I know people fuck with that duo, and I fuck with that duo heavily. But got a lot of shit in the vault, but he had to be on that shit. All right, and all for me that was featuring. Well, he's not on the feature list, but it was produced by Nine Lives and Da Vinci. Nine Lives has been the bro. I think the first time I met him, we were at a fashion show, and he came out to us. He came to me and Bubblegum. He said, "Oh fuck, love you guys' music. He's like, I produce." And yeah, he sent us his socials. He probably like this is when he had like, fuck, I don't even know, but like, he definitely wasn't at the level that he is now. It's fucking insane. And then he sent me a few beats, made some songs on it. Never got around to releasing it, and then fucking. I think I just woke up one day and just realized, holy fuck. Like, this guy is fucking going crazy. But, nah, he's an amazing producer, bro. He's an amazing human. Like, every time I see him, like, it's all love. And, I know, this beat was, like, on his, like, little SoundCloud clips. So I like to go through it and just ask if I could use it. And he sent me the beat, like, in 2024. I made that song in 2024, and then... He's kind enough to let me use the beat. That's my brother. And then shout out Da Vinci. I think he did the keys on that. But yeah, very talented. But yeah, those are the bros. Yeah.
If I've never heard your music before, what can I be expecting in this album? Like, what's it similar to? Like, what kind of world is this in? I know it's all different.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I've never heard this shit. Like, what can I?
Fuck. Bro, I have no fucking clue, but
like if I'm a fan of
yeah,
blah blah blah,
yeah.
you'll be a fan of this, like that kind of.
Oh yeah,
You're
okay.
a fan of blah blah, you'll like this.
Yeah.
Music. If you're a fan of blah, you'll like that.
Okay. Well, Halo definitely derives from like that SoundCloud, like 2016 era, and just like, not even 2016, like just like around that era was just like where everyone just like sped up vocals, fucking distorted 808s, like shitty mastering. It was on purpose, I promise you. And then just a lot of fucking auto tune. Like I used to fucking love that shit. So if you fuck with that, like that will bring you into it. And then obviously it includes a lot of my like Memphis kind of stuff that I've done with Dozy. So if you fuck with Memphis, that will bring you in. And then I went through this like lucky Icy Tot phase last year and the year before that. So I was making just Icy Tot shit. So that will bring you in. And then I think one of my favorite songs, fucking, is Away From You, bro. Sexy R&B, fucking, go fuck your missus to it. It's on. It's on. It's on. That. So if you like sex music, yo, shout out Let's Talk Sex Music. Yeah, you'll fuck with it. But yeah, I don't know. But see, that was like the point of it, was just to like create all these different individual worlds in these songs to bring a bunch of different people to come around to it. That was a big aim for me. So like, yeah, I don't know. It's a very hard question to answer just because there's a lot of different vibes. But like, yeah, everything I've named is kind of down that. Yeah, there's a little bit of everything for everyone in there.
Man, thanks, Let's Thanks for coming for this interview. Just before we leave, do you have any messages to your supporters?
First of all, thank you, Daddy AVITO. It's my guy behind the can, 6H Hell, sits for handsome and loyal. But I don't know, final message, bro. Just, it's gonna sound so generic. Chase your fucking dreams. I don't know, fucking don't listen to anyone. do your shit. If you fuck up, that's on you. But if you get it right, you're like, just do your shit. Fucking, what else, bro? Fucking go outside. Stop being a bum. Go to the gym, bro. Just fucking take care of yourself and be around your people. You know, I love my family. I hang out with them a lot. So be around your people. You know, you need people around you. You need a good circle, and you need to embrace that. And that will make you a complete person, which will lead to fucking creativity, fucking everything, bro. It's great. But yeah, just be a good human being, bro. There's too many dickheads in Auckland, and if you're a dickhead, fuck up, fuck you. And yeah, shout out the haters. Yeah, GLOCKSTARR. You know what the fuck going on. Ha ha ha. You were just with Latoa. GLOCKSTARR exclusive. Vimoso music. If you know, you know. Ha ha ha. Yeah.